let's talk about the office first, because like always people are worried because sometimes you can have administration access, and that's
Yes.
okay because they're protecting themselves, but other times there's not. And the way that we do it is basically your team that you're there, like you've got access, but like they're just working away. So I mean, we know that when you're dealing with employees, but we've never been compromised. We've never actually had a client's access detail. And I think that's an important thing. So maybe you just kind of
Yeah.
explain how you're doing that.
Yeah. So basically, first I want to touch point on a few things which you said about the Upwork and Fiverr. So I started on Upwork and Fiverr as well. And I found a few clients which were they were so much hesitant. Even there was like a password protection. They will be using passkey, this and that. So they do not share their passwords. But still, they were so much hesitant because most of the time on Upwork, you have this thing milestones, right? So if you have a big project and you have it in milestones. For example, first we are going to do the front end design, then we are going to do the website design, and then we are going to build the software, which is the back end, right? So what they would do, they would go ahead, they will do the prototype, they will take that money. Then they will do the front end design, then they will take that money. Then they will build you something functional, they will take that money. But when it comes to the back end, and that is where a lot of mess happens, and you have to make sure that everything is working fine. So that there was a company I was working back in 2021. So they were supposed to build a mobile application and they wasted like I'll say 12 to 15 months. They got the prototype, they got the front end, they got the a little bit of functional app, but when it comes to errors, they were supposed to resolve that, and that is where they blocked them from everywhere. So they were able to take the three milestones money as well. They were able to waste their all of their like 1.5 year. So that is something I have seen a lot on Upwork and Fiverr. So yeah, that is why we are like, whenever you come to us, we definitely work in milestones as well, but we make sure that you get your product, that everything is working with you. And most of the time, for example, if there is a complex system we are building, which is going to take an year or two, we do it in such a way that everything is protected. So it is not like you're just working with, because on Upwork, there's one more thing that people will take the project and they will outsource it to India, to Bangladesh, right? So that happens most of the time, right? So there would be like they will be pretending that we are in USA or we are in Europe and we are going to do all of that. But on the back end, they are hiring other development teams and they just do the stuff. And that is why you never get your end product. So that is why we have created this company via Word, and where we take care of everything. So our teams are in-house. Most of our teams are in-house. So I have this office where we have our own computers, and we do not provide actual access to anybody. And then we also have, let's say if it is a development project, then we have a complete development team. And let's say if one of them is uh, stuck somewhere, or that person is no longer, so even then you will be able to complete that project. So that is something you cannot get it done on Upwork or Fiverr. So that was one thing. And then when it comes to social media, you are like, most of the time people are hesitant to share their passwords, because definitely like if it is stolen, then your life work is gone. So we make sure that we do not provide your login access to anybody else. We access your stuff on our office computers and nobody has access to it later